Alright guys, welcome, Zeta Lasper here, and you're on my channel, No Gratification. Yeah, this is another video. I'm going through my Medium membership, and I pick out articles that I think are interesting, and I read them to you, and then I discuss my perspective on them to you, and you're always welcome to include your perspective in the comments. So this one's called How I Learned 50 Skills in 18 Months. And so can you. I think it's like a self-help type article. It's by a guy called Danny Forrest. So different intelligence, different approaches. So this might be useful, who knows. So writing, learning to learn, public speaking, wait a minute, is learning to learn a skill? I guess like learning how to learn. Like maybe you can learn better. I guess that's probably the first thing he learned, like how to learn quick. So he could learn all these skills. He increased his learning skills to learn more. Yeah, public speaking. I don't know. Like, what is that? Just not being nervous. Storytelling. Is this a skill? Storytelling I guess it's a skill. Programming, Spanish, meditation. Meditation's a skill. Alright. Portrait photography, playing the ukulele, salsa dancing, productivity. Come on, like if you're learning how to learn, you're being productive. Drawing. Anyway, I'm just gonna read this. Stop being skeptical. How would you like to learn these skills and even more? Impossible? Don't be so quick to say that. Let me show you how it's not only possible for me, but can be possible for you. Why you previously failed. According to American development psychologists, there are 9 types of intelligence. Check out this graph here. Different types of intelligence: musical, logical, existential. Yeah, I feel like I'm existential. Interpersonal, people person. Bodily, linguistic, intrapersonal, spatial. Going into the details of each would be out of the scope of this article. Yeah, seems like a lot. How do they come up with this? That's what I like to know. Seems, what's the American development psychologist? How do you come up with this? With that, I want you to realize that if you've tried learning skills and failed, it may be because the skill you tried working against your current intelligence. For me, 2 of the hardest skills I've learned in the past 18 months were meditation and salsa dancing. My existential intelligence was simply not up to the point where meditation was for me to learn. Okay, still the important ways for you to use them. Here are my 2 favorite: for acceptance and adaptability. So my leading intelligence were logical, interpersonal, and linguistic. Okay, acceptance. One of the reasons a lot of people quit is because it's too hard for them. There's something powerful in knowing that it's not your fault. Don't we all hate starting something at the same time as others and seeing that them all thrive faster than us? Blah, blah, blah. People are jealous of early success I've had writing, even though I only meant to improve my written English. Blah, blah, blah. I actually didn't know about it. I was able to accelerate my learning curve much faster than someone with lower linguistic intelligence. Due to my natural disposition of high linguistic intelligence. Alright, so this guy's like, oh yeah, I have this personality for learning and I have this strengths for learning and I'm able to learn faster with linguistics because I'm a linguistic type guy. I was writing for the school newspaper. I'd forgotten about it, but looking back, I'm not that surprised. Writing wasn't that hard for me. Where the magic happens is when you accept that something will take you more time than others to learn, and that's completely fine. When I set out to learn salsa dancing back in November 2018, I knew I'd be completely out of my comfort zone. Acceptance. Alright, so that's alright. I agree with them there. Acceptance is important in learning. Like, a lot of the time we want the gratification of the learned skill now, and we get frustrated if we don't learn as quick as we can, and then we give up. So I'll give it to them. Acceptance is good. Adaptability. Let's start with two powerful quotes to illustrate the importance of this point. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It's the one most adaptable to change. And from Charles Darwin, I don't know Charles Darwin. I don't even believe in his natural selection theory anymore. Well, I don't believe in Charles Darwin's natural selection theory because in every human there's a benevolence. There's like an innate desire to be benevolent, to like help each other. Like they've studied that. Like there is a benevolence within everyone to try to help each other and try to be kind. And the law of reciprocity, that law where if I give something to you, you feel obligated to give something back. Why do we have that? If natural selection was a thing, if it was survival of the fittest, why do we have that? Why do we have this need to be nice to each other? Can someone explain that to me? Does someone know? Anyway, Robert Greene, the future belongs to those who learn more skills and combine them in a creative way. Robert Greene, yeah. Again, I'm skeptical about Robert Greene as well. Like, have you read his book, The 48 Laws of 44 Laws? I don't know how many laws it is, but Laws of Power, where he just goes into all these ways to be manipulative. Like, life's that hard. Like, if you want to succeed through life is that hard. You have to think of that many. You have to have that much skills in being a cunning, manipulative person in order to succeed in life. I don't think so. So, I don't like Robert Greene or Charles Darwin. Don't practice once until... It is true that an old woman who still does physical activities retains more kinesthetic intelligence than one who doesn't. Don't practice one intelligent and you're losing proficiency in it. As we grow old and stop working, we stimulate fewer of our intelligence. I hate this. I don't know why. I just hate it. It's just too complicated. Jack of all trades, the master, the polymath, the jack. It's too confusing. I just feel like life's not that confusing, Like you don't need to analyze life on this level on this level. It's too confusing. Figure out which of the 9 intelligence are more prominent to you. Find skills that works in favor of your strong. Break skills down. Like if I have to do all that, like I already have low willpower. Like if I have to do all that, I won't even start to do all that. Like how can you help someone who doesn't even want to do all that to begin with? Alright, I'll teach you how to learn 50 new skills in 18 months, but first you must go into a detailed analysis of yourself and figure out which 9 intelligence you are, and then work on your skills in the favor of blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not going to do that. I think life's very easy. What you do is you just stop indulging in pleasure, in gratification, and you increase your focus, and you rewire your brain not to be so addicted to dopamine. And the acceptance part comes from like God. Like if you believe like God has written a good destiny for you, then you just accept whatever situation you've come in because you understand the bigger picture. Your faith, you're certain in the uncertainty of the future because you're certain that God has written something good for you because you can't understand it. Your brain is unable to understand the life and your situation and the chaos of your life and the reasoning and purpose behind it. So you put your faith in God and eventually it'll all work out. And in the meantime, you just try not to indulge in too much pleasure, and just try to get new skills, but all you can do is try and accept. It's just a mixture of both. So I don't know, man. This guy is just too much. Look at all the skills he did. Just basics of ukulele. That's not right. You 18 months. 18 months and you're saying basics of ukulele. Great, but it's just the basics. I don't know. I'm being a jerk here, but I don't think life's that complicated. You could analyze it to that level. But if you guys want to do that, go ahead. If anyone interested, my theory is just, lower gratification, reset your dopamine, fit the dopamine in your brain so you're not so wired towards it all the time. That'll increase your productivity and creativity and focus. And and then everything else God will figure out for you. Don't worry about it. Just try, and your ultimate purpose will be realized in the end. And be patient. That won't happen straight away. The end. So anyway, that's it, guys. See you in the next video.